Hey coaches, this is Coach Sheffer again. I'm here with episode 4 of Eye in the Sky, and we are watching uh, the fourth quarter of my freshman team's uh, first game against Battlefield High School. So at the moment, it is the start of the fourth quarter. We are down 20-0. Uh, they scored all 20 of their points in the first quarter pretty quickly, but then we bowed up on defense, and we've been playing not great defense, but good enough defense to stop them. And so we're just going to continue where we left off. We don't have a whole lot of time left in the video here. So here we are. They're in their base defense. It looks like a 3-4. So they've got 3 down linemen, 2 stand-up backers, and 2 middle backers. And so what we're lining up here is our full house formation. And so here's our quarterback. This is our backup, number 11. The original quarterback was a little bit banged up after a sack in the third quarter. We got our tight end, our fullback, and then our tailback. So let's see what we try to do here. And I think we tried to run it right up the middle, but we got stuffed. Now remember that it's been a year since I've watched this, and we, as a coaching staff, we did not record on a piece of paper. We didn't document what plays were called when. And so please forgive me if I don't remember exactly what play it is. So if I see that correctly, I think it's second down and 15. I'm assuming we had a penalty somewhere. And we try to run out of twins, and we get stuffed. Okay, so I don't recall giving my offense I don't recall giving them the thumbs up to do this. And this is totally not where I would have them line up in a pistol set anyways. The quarterback's way too far back. And we had gone away from the pistol because we had a terrible time trying to get a shotgun snap going. And so this play, I don't remember giving them permission to do this. I think I'm on the side. You can't see me. I'm on the sideline yelling, screaming, "What are you doing?" And so exactly. Okay, so you see there. That's exactly why we stopped using shotgun. So let's replay that. I went too far. Excuse me. See, here it should be here. All right, so watch the center. I don't know. We tried to do the traditional shotgun snap, where the center had his hands like he was throwing the ball, and he would keep his butt down, take it to his butt, snap it traditionally. We also tried, not in this game, but we also tried what's called the dead snap, where you put the nose of the ball in your palm, and you put your middle finger on the laces, and when you snap it, you keep your arm straight, wrist straight, and you let go right when the ball passes your knee, and not when you go all the way to your butt. Unfortunately, none of those worked. We tried at least 5 different kids at center. None of them could get it. And I'm assuming it's my fault because I must have been a bad communicator. And so it goes over his head, and 50% of the time when we were in shotgun, that's what would happen. It would get too high. All right, so it wasn't just, if you see here, it wasn't just on shotgun snap, but we had an issue with our long snapping too. And you see here, it's already way too high. So if we can go back. We can watch it again. All right, so I missed. His knees are not bent. He is. I just don't like his form. Yeah, not very good. And so he has to run out and basically do an impromptu rugby kick, and that is an amazing kick for a freshman in that situation. So I give the kicker props. All right, so here they go in their strong pistol. They got a receiver here, fullback down position. And it looks like they try to run a power, and somehow we stop it. So what did we do? All right, so it's going to run over here. So who makes that tackle? I think it's one of our linebackers here. Nope, it was one of our D linemen. They got through. I want to see that again. I want to see how they got through here. He just beats that D lineman. Just beats his offensive lineman. That was a good play. One of the few good plays we had all game. They go with that toss, and they get quite a few yards because we're missing tackles. Not only are we missing tackles, we're taking poor angles to the tackle. They go with another toss, and they get outside of us. Can't get off of a block because we're too weak. We finally make a tackle, but I think we're saved here because they had some kind of penalty on that play. So they got knocked back. All right, we're going to watch this play again. I want you to pay attention. This kid right here, number 55. If you watched the first video, I told you he was our guy. He was our most versatile player, basically our best player on the team at the time. I don't know if he had ever played football before or not. He was just a natural athlete. And he was smart enough to listen to what I had to say. So we put him at linebacker because he is a pretty good athlete, good strength, good speed, nice instincts. And so if you watch him here, this is the one play where I will say that any of my linebackers took a very good angle to the ball. And so he also played kicker and punter. And he was a tackle on our offense. He played a lot. Watch his angle here. He sees it, and he, boom, automatically takes a great angle to the tackle. I taught that. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because I made mistakes. I didn't practice it enough in practice, or I was making the defense too difficult. Our kids just seem to be a little soft and hesitant to make a tackle. And so instead of making good angles and being aggressive, they would be passive and they would run parallel to whoever's running the ball, and they would let that guy get 10 yards before they ever made contact. And that was something that we dealt with a lot, especially these first few games. And you'll see it in the next game as well. All right, so they try to run power, and we get some people in the backfield, but they get loose. And so what did we do here? Our guys, they get to the backfield, but nobody gets outside, and so we got some poor angles. And I mean, he got 55 again. All right, they run it to the other side, and they get some good yards. Poor angles. Let's see that again. Watch these poor angles. They run parallel, and they're not hustling. I don't know. That's something I need to learn. All right, so they run that toss play again. It worked well for them. And there's that number 55 again. I'm telling you, he was our best defensive player all around. Okay, and so we stop them, and we get one more play here. That was actually a pretty good tackle. Let's see what happened here. All right, so they are in. Here's their center. They get a guard, tackle, tight end, fullback. I would call this power left. I'm assuming they have two receivers on that side, and they're twins. And they like to run this way. And I don't know if they have their twins guys out really wide, but I only see one defender here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there must be another defender out here. And so they run. I think the tackle comes from over here somewhere. Yes, it does. So number 4 right there, he played corner for us, but he also played running back, and he did a lot of return work for us. He was very fast, but he was kind of small, very quick, speedy. Gotta be honest, he was a little bit lazy, but on that play, he made a really good play, and that ended the game. And so we ended the game at a score of 20-0. And so, we're gonna wrap this up here. And at the end of the game, I was disappointed because it was my first time as a head coach. I was so hyped up, so excited, and I was disappointed. But at the same time, at the end of the game, I was proud because going at the end of that first quarter, we were down 20-0 pretty quick. And when they scored the third touchdown, I was like, oh boy, we're gonna lose 60-0 or something of that nature. Turns out we didn't. We stopped them. We played better defense. Now, of course, they had much more depth at every position than we did, and so they put in a lot of second teamers throughout the game because they were up 20-0. But at the same time, I had second and third string kids in there as well, and they all played pretty well. For the most part. And I don't know if I could really have asked them for a better performance because this team that we played, Battlefield High School, is known to be a pretty good football team at all levels. And they were much, much bigger than us. They were much bigger than us in size. They were much bigger than us in numbers. They had a bigger coaching staff for their freshman team. We were joking around saying, hey, we actually played their JV team. And to be honest, I don't know if we did or didn't. I don't know if there's rules against that or not. But so this was just our first game. I really hope that you guys don't judge me too much on that performance from that first game because our first few games were terrible. The next game that we're going to show was even worse. And we did get better throughout the season. And that was all that I could hope for is we got better because we had low talent, we had low numbers, we had small kids. Terrible coach. I'm different coach now than I was. And so I think if I could go back and do it over again with the knowledge that I have now, the experience I have now, I think we could have won a couple of games. Maybe not all of them. Probably not all of them. We played some really good teams. But we probably could have won 1 or 2 games that we lost in that season. Of course, I'm learning every day. I'm on Twitter all the time, learning from other coaches. And I recommend if you're a coach and you're not on Twitter, I highly recommend it. There's a huge community out there, huge network. I'm getting a tweet right now from another coach for some scheme stuff down in Florida, and I'm in Virginia. And so these coaches love talking ball. And so I hope you stick with us, and I hope you stay obsessed and look for some new episodes of Eye in the Sky.